Have you ever received a message from a man that made your heart skip a beat, but you weren't sure what it really meant? What if I told you that sometimes just 3 simple words can reveal everything about his intentions and his heart? Today, we're going to uncover a truth that many overlook: the small, subtle ways a man shows that he's genuinely interested in you. And here's the question I want you to ask yourself. Are you paying attention to the little things, or are you letting them slip by unnoticed? In today's world, where communication often feels rushed or impersonal, it's easy to misunderstand someone's feelings. But God teaches us that honesty and clarity in relationships are gifts, not just for the other person, but for ourselves too. Proverbs 16:24 says, "Gracious words are a honeycomb, sweet to the soul and healing to the bones." Even in 3 small words, there can be a profound expression of love, commitment, and respect. In this video, we'll explore exactly what those 3 words are, why they matter, and how they show a man's sincere intentions. I'll guide you to recognize these signs clearly so you can respond wisely. Avoid heartache and nurture relationships that honor God and your own worth. By the end of this video, you'll have a new perspective on communication, attraction, and divine timing in love. So stay with me, because what you're about to discover could change the way you interpret messages, the way you understand his heart, and the way you approach love altogether. Let's dive in and uncover the truth behind these 3 life-changing words. Have you ever noticed that the most meaningful conversations in life aren't the ones where people just talk about themselves, but the ones where they truly listen? In relationships, this principle becomes even more important. A man who is genuinely serious about you will take the time to listen, not just to respond, but to understand your heart, your thoughts, and your feelings. Listening is more than hearing words. It is an act of care, attention, and respect. It shows that he values you, not only for your presence, but for who you truly are. When a man listens attentively, he picks up on the small details that most people would overlook. He remembers the little things you mentioned in passing your favorite book, a challenge you're facing at work, or even a fleeting worry about a friend or family member. These small moments of attention are profound because they demonstrate that your life matters to him. He is not merely engaged in the conversation to fill time or to appear interested. He is actively participating in your world. And in a world filled with distractions, this focus is a rare and valuable gift. From a Christian perspective, listening is also an act of love that mirrors God's care for us. James 1:19 reminds us, "Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry." In the same way that God listens to our prayers and understands the depths of our hearts, a man who is serious about you will seek to listen with patience and empathy. This kind of attentiveness builds trust and intimacy, laying a foundation for a relationship that is strong, healthy, and meaningful. It's important to observe not just the words he uses, but the quality of his attention. Does he put down his phone when you are speaking? Does he ask thoughtful questions about your experiences? Does he remember what you said last week or last month? A man who genuinely cares will demonstrate that your thoughts and feelings are important, not just in theory, but through consistent action. When someone listens with intent, it communicates without a doubt that they see you, they value you, and they are invested in your well-being. Listening also allows him to connect with you on a deeper level emotionally. In a relationship, it's easy to be distracted by surface-level interactions, the jokes, the compliments, or the casual chats. But when a man truly listens, he enters into your inner world. He begins to understand your hopes, your fears, your dreams, and even the quiet struggles that you may not share with anyone else. This emotional connection is the cornerstone of intimacy, and it reveals a heart that is serious and committed. When a man takes the time to listen, it reflects his character and the depth of his interest. It shows that he respects your voice, values your perspective, and is willing to invest the effort needed to understand you fully. This is not a superficial attraction. It is a genuine desire to connect, support, and build something meaningful with you. So the next time you notice a man actively listening, really listening, pay attention. These moments reveal far more about his intentions than grand gestures or empty words ever could. Listening is love in action. And when a man listens to you with intention, patience, and care, It's a clear sign that he is seriously into you, not just for the present moment, but with a heart that seeks a lasting connection. Words have incredible power. They can build a person up or tear them down. In relationships, the way a man communicates through words can reveal the true intentions of his heart. A man who is seriously into you will use his words to encourage, uplift, and support you. He understands that his language has the power to influence your mood, your confidence, and your perspective on life. When a man genuinely cares, his messages are not casual or careless. They are filled with thoughtfulness, positivity, and reassurance. Encouragement is more than giving compliments or flattery. It is about showing that he sees your potential, believes in your abilities, and wants to inspire you to grow. He notices your struggles, your victories, and even the moments when you doubt yourself. And he uses words to remind you of your worth. For example, when you share a challenge at work or a fear about the future, he doesn't dismiss it or give empty platitudes. Instead, he acknowledges your feelings and speaks words that uplift your spirit, often helping you see solutions or opportunities you may have overlooked. These moments reveal that his interest is genuine because he invests emotionally in your growth and happiness. From a Christian perspective, words of encouragement mirror the love and guidance God provides. Proverbs 12:25 says, "Anxiety weighs down the heart, but a kind word cheers it up." When a man intentionally uses his words to encourage you, he is reflecting the goodness of God. His messages bring peace, reassurance, and joy to your life, just as God's promises bring comfort to those who trust him. Encouraging words strengthen the bond between you, showing that he is not just attracted to you physically, but also values your heart, mind, and spirit. It's also important to observe consistency in this encouragement. Does he reach out with positive words even on ordinary days, or only when it's convenient? A man who is seriously into you will consistently communicate in ways that lift your spirit. His support is not temporary or conditional. It is steady, reliable, and heartfelt. This consistency demonstrates that he is invested in your well-being and genuinely desires to contribute to your happiness. Supportive words also create an emotional safe space where you feel comfortable sharing your dreams, insecurities, and vulnerabilities. A man who encourages you does not belittle your fears or dismiss your aspirations. Instead, he celebrates your successes, offers comfort in your disappointments, and motivates you to reach higher. This type of verbal care is a clear reflection of a heart that is sincere and intentional in love. When a man sends words that encourage and support you, it speaks volumes about his character and his intentions. It is a sign that he respects you, values your feelings, and wants to nurture a meaningful, God-centered connection with you. Words can be fleeting, but when they are filled with encouragement, they become lasting reminders of his affection and sincerity. Pay attention to these words, treasure them, and allow them to guide your understanding of his heart. A man who lifts you through his words is showing, in the simplest yet most profound way, that he is seriously into you. His language becomes a reflection of his commitment, and his encouragement becomes a source of strength for your soul. One of the clearest signs that a man is seriously into you is how he makes you feel when you are around him or communicating with him. Attraction alone is not enough to sustain a meaningful relationship. What matters most is respect and emotional safety. A man who values you will ensure that you feel secure both emotionally and spiritually. He understands that love is not just about affection or charm. It's about creating a space where you can be your authentic self without fear of judgment or dismissal. Emotional safety is a gift in relationships. It allows you to share your thoughts, your struggles, and even your deepest fears without hesitation. A man who is genuinely interested in you will never use your vulnerabilities against you or belittle your experiences. Instead, he listens, supports, and honors your feelings. This is not just about saying the right words, it's about consistent actions that show he respects your boundaries and your heart. When someone respects you, you feel valued not for what you do, but simply for who you are. From a Christian perspective, respect and safety mirror God's relationship with his children. Ephesians 4:29 reminds us, "Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen." Just as God lovingly protects and guides us, a man who is seriously into you will speak and act in ways that honor your dignity and nurture your soul. He will not tear down or manipulate, but will instead build you up, helping you grow stronger in your faith and in yourself. Another key aspect of safety is reliability. A man who respects you will show up consistently. He will follow through on promises, keep his word, and avoid actions that could create doubt or confusion. This reliability is not just about trust, it's about showing that your peace of mind matters to him. When you know you can rely on his words and actions, it naturally strengthens your connection and deepens intimacy. Respect also extends to how he speaks about you, both in private and around others. A man who is serious about you will never gossip or demean you. Instead, he will honor your reputation and protect your dignity. His respect is a reflection of his integrity and the sincerity of his interest in you. This behavior creates an environment where love can thrive, and it allows your relationship to grow on a foundation of mutual trust and God-centered values. When a man makes you feel safe and respected, it reveals more about his intentions than grand gestures or empty promises ever could. Feeling secure in a relationship is not a small thing. It is the bedrock upon which lasting love is built. A man who values your emotional and spiritual well-being is showing in the clearest possible way that he is serious about you. When you experience this kind of care and respect, recognize it as a blessing. Cherish the peace he brings to your heart and allow it to guide your understanding of love. True affection is never reckless or disrespectful. It is patient, protective, and nurturing. A man who makes you feel safe and respected is showing that his interest is genuine, intentional, and rooted in love that reflects God's own heart. Consistency is one of the most powerful indicators of a man's true intentions. Anyone can send a few charming messages or compliment you occasionally, but it takes effort, care, and genuine interest to communicate consistently. A man who is seriously into you does not only reach out when it's convenient or when he wants something. He makes it a priority to stay connected with you, to show up in your life regularly, and to let you know that you are on his mind. Consistency demonstrates respect, reliability, and commitment, which are essential qualities for a meaningful, God-centered relationship. A man who communicates consistently sends a message far stronger than words alone can convey. He is showing that he values you, that he wants to build trust, and that he is willing to invest his time and energy in nurturing your connection. Even small gestures, a thoughtful text in the morning, a check-in after a busy day, or a message of encouragement when he knows you need it, reflect a heart that is serious and intentional. This type of consistency helps you feel secure and reassured, which is the foundation of emotional intimacy. From a Christian perspective, consistency in actions and words reflects the character of God. Lamentations 3:22-23 reminds us, because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed, for his compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. Just as God is faithful and consistent in his love for us, a man who is truly serious about you mirrors that faithfulness through his consistent communication. It is not about perfection, but about the steady effort to remain present, attentive, and caring in your life. Consistency also shows respect for your time and your heart. A man who is genuinely interested will not leave you guessing about his intentions or make you feel unimportant. He understands that sporadic communication can create doubt and anxiety, and he chooses to communicate in a way that fosters clarity, trust, and mutual understanding. Over time, this reliability builds a strong foundation for a relationship that can endure challenges and grow deeper in love and faith. Another important aspect is the tone of his messages. Consistency is not just about frequency. It is also about the quality and intention behind what he communicates. Each message reflects thoughtfulness, care, and honesty. A man who is seriously into you will avoid sending confusing or mixed signals. Instead, his words and actions align, showing that his heart is focused on building a meaningful and respectful connection. When a man demonstrates consistent communication, it is a reflection of his integrity and the depth of his interest. Actions speak louder than words, but consistent words paired with deliberate actions speak volumes about his intentions. Recognizing and appreciating this consistency allows you to discern genuine interest from fleeting attraction, helping you protect your heart while embracing relationships that honor God and your own worth. When you notice this steady pattern of care and communication, recognize it as a sign of a man who is serious about you. Consistency in communication is not just a habit. It is a reflection of love in action, a commitment to nurturing a connection, and a demonstration of a heart that is intentional, trustworthy, and aligned with God's principles of faithfulness. One of the clearest signs that a man is genuinely serious about you is his willingness to share his heart openly. Emotional openness is not easy. It requires vulnerability, trust, and courage. A man who is truly invested in a relationship will not hide behind walls or pretend to be someone he is not. He will reveal his thoughts, feelings, dreams, and even fears, showing you the authentic depth of his heart. This transparency demonstrates not just attraction, but a genuine desire for connection, trust, and intimacy. When a man opens up to you, it allows you to see who he truly is, beyond surface level charm or casual conversation. He will share his hopes for the future, his struggles in the present, and even the lessons he has learned from his past. This willingness to be vulnerable shows that he trusts you and values your presence in his life. It's an indication that he is serious about building a meaningful, God-centered relationship where honesty and emotional intimacy are the foundation. From a Christian perspective, vulnerability and honesty in sharing the heart are acts that reflect the love of Christ. In 1 John 1-7, we are reminded, "But if we walk in the light as he is in the light, we have fellowship with one another, and the blood of Jesus, his Son, purifies us from all sin." Walking in the light means being honest and transparent, not only with God, but also with those we love. A man who shares his heart openly is allowing you to walk alongside him in that light, building fellowship, trust, and a bond that honors God. Sharing his heart also helps you understand his intentions clearly. Words alone can sometimes be misleading, and actions can be interpreted in many ways. But when a man communicates his feelings, his fears, and his dreams, he removes ambiguity. You begin to understand his motivations, his values, and his priorities. This emotional clarity is a gift because it allows you to discern whether his interest is genuine or temporary. A man who is serious about you will not leave you guessing. He will invite you into his inner world and allow you to see the depth of his intentions. Furthermore, emotional openness strengthens intimacy and trust. When he shares his struggles or vulnerabilities, it encourages you to do the same, creating a safe and supportive environment for both of you. This mutual vulnerability fosters a deeper connection that goes beyond superficial attraction. It builds a foundation where love, respect, and faith can grow, preparing the relationship for long-term success. A man who shares his heart openly demonstrates that he is serious about you because he trusts you with the most precious parts of himself. He is not afraid to be seen for who he truly is, and he wants you to know him authentically. This openness, combined with consistency, respect, and encouragement, forms a strong indicator of genuine interest. When you recognize this kind of vulnerability in a man, it is a clear signal that he values your presence in his life, respects your heart, and is committed to building a meaningful, God-honoring relationship with you. A man who is seriously into you does more than just send words or express feelings. He takes deliberate action to prioritize time with you. Actions always speak louder than words. And one of the clearest ways a man shows genuine interest is by making the effort to plan meaningful moments together. Whether it's arranging a dinner, a casual coffee, a walk, or even a phone call at the right moment, these efforts demonstrate that you are important to him, that he values your presence, and that he is committed to investing his time wisely. Initiative in planning is not about grand gestures or extravagant displays. It is about intentionality. A man who cares will think ahead, consider your schedule, and make plans that honor your time and your comfort. He does not leave things to chance or assume that spontaneity alone will build a connection. Instead, he takes responsibility for creating opportunities to be present in your life and deepen your bond. This intentionality is a reflection of a heart that is not only attracted to you, but also invested in building a relationship that can last. From a Christian perspective, taking initiative aligns with the principle of serving and loving others intentionally. Galatians 6-9 reminds us, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." Just as God patiently invests in our lives, showing care and timing in his actions, a man who truly values you will make consistent efforts to prioritize your relationship. These actions are a form of service and care, showing that he is committed to nurturing a bond that honors both God and your mutual respect. Initiative also demonstrates responsibility and maturity. It is easy to rely on words or occasional gestures to express interest, but it takes a thoughtful, mature heart to plan time and actively participate in the growth of a relationship. When a man takes this step, it signals that he is serious, intentional, and not merely interested in fleeting attraction. He wants to know you better, share experiences with you, and create memories that strengthen the connection. Moreover, consistent efforts to plan time together build trust and a sense of security. When he actively shows up in your life, you begin to see that his words are backed by action. You feel seen, valued, and appreciated, which fosters emotional intimacy and strengthens the foundation of the relationship. These small yet meaningful acts reveal a pattern of care, commitment, and sincerity that cannot be ignored. A man who takes initiative in planning time together is showing, in the simplest yet most profound way, that he is seriously into you. He is demonstrating respect for your presence, prioritizing your relationship, and investing in the connection with intentionality and love. Actions, after all, are a reflection of the heart. And when they align with words, they reveal authenticity, devotion, and genuine affection. Recognize these efforts as a sign of his serious intentions and cherish them, for they reflect a heart that is not only drawn to you, but committed to nurturing a relationship that honors God and values your worth.